Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're looking into a collection of stories, real-life accounts that are frankly unsettling.
Yeah, and some are genuinely horrifying.
Right, and what's really grabbed us is how many have this surprising link to the holidays. You know, Christmas time, you think warmth, joy.
But these stories, they show something else lurking just beneath that festive surface, the unexpected, sometimes the terrifying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And these aren't just spooky tales, they're first-hand accounts.
Which makes them incredibly valuable. They offer more than just a scare. They're packed with insights, really, into human behavior, intuition.
That gut feeling.
Precisely. And how subtle danger can actually be.
So that's our mission today. We want to unpack these chilling encounters, pull out the lessons, and talk about vigilance, safety, and trusting that gut instinct we sometimes, well, ignore.
We've got 3 main scenarios lined up.
Plus a bonus one that's
Yeah.
surprising. Each gives a really unique window into these moments where things just went incredibly wrong. Okay, let's get into it. First up, we're heading to Charlotte, North Carolina. The slam poetry scene, actually.
Sure.
Our narrator, she's a poet just starting out, meets this barback. He's the brother of the person hosting the event.
Okay, so connected to the scene.
Yeah, and he starts flirting with her.
Yeah.
Relentlessly. But despite him seeming, harmless on the surface,
There's a but.
there's a but. She gets this strong, persistent feeling. She calls it a tickle in her gut. A warning, basically, telling her, don't get close to this guy.
And that's such a key point, isn't it? How often do we actually listen to those internal alarms? Especially when, everything looks fine outwardly, social pressure, maybe.
Right. And her intuition turned out to be incredibly accurate. Over the next year, maybe 2, his attention ramps up. Daily calls, texts, Facebook messages.
Wow, that's intense.
He kept saying he wanted her to be his snow bunny.
Snow bunny. That term itself feels off.
Yeah.
Excessive.
Definitely. She refused him consistently. She mentioned the crazy in his eyes, said it was just too hard to miss. She felt she had to get away, so she moved to Denver.
Okay, so identifying clear red flags there. The persistent boundary pushing, that fixation, and her subjective but powerful read on his eyes. Those are early warnings. Something's fundamentally wrong.
So the story jumps forward. It's 2 Christmases after she moved. She gets a call from a friend back in Charlotte. And the news is just horrific. The barback, the guy from the poetry nights, he did find his snow bunny. He got married.
Okay.
At first, things seemed okay, happy even. But it quickly went downhill. Violent fights started happening. Friends actually had to physically pull them apart sometimes.
A clear escalation.
One friend told the narrator about seeing him push his wife. She apparently threw a drink in his face, scratched his neck so bad it bled. And this friend joked darkly, "You guys are going to kill each other one day."
Wow. That kind of comment, in hindsight, it's chilling. It shows the violence wasn't hidden, not entirely.
No. Then, around Christmas that year, the wife just stopped showing up to their regular get-togethers. Bi-weekly things they always did.
And that's me.
He just said they were taking a break. Nobody really questioned it much at first. They figured maybe she was just, pulling back from the scene.
Plausible deniability.
But her parents hadn't heard from her since Thanksgiving dinner. That started to worry them.
Yeah.
Deeply. A week after Christmas, they knew. They knew their daughter would never miss calling them for the holiday.
Trusting their knowledge of her character.
Exactly. So they call the police, ask for a well-being check at the couple's house.
Okay.
The police go there.
Yeah.
The husband lets them in, calmly says his wife is in the bedroom. And they find her there, dead. She'd been decomposing in their bed for weeks, since before Christmas.
Oh my God.
Weeks!
He'd murdered her. And he'd also killed their little dog.
That's monstrous.
But here's where it gets almost unbelievable. During those weeks, while she was dead in the bed next to him,
he was going out, attending social events, hosting hip-hop nights. He even published a blog post about how to make a marriage work.
that level of dissociation,
Yeah.
it's profound. The ability to compartmentalize like that, to maintain a completely normal public face while living with that horror.
It's terrifying. And his own daughter, from another relationship, she spent Christmas Day with him in that house, less than 100 feet from her stepmother's body, unknowing.
Just layers upon layers of horror. It speaks volumes about the hidden nature of some forms of psychopathy.
The narrator, the poet, she ends her story just emphasizing how she always trusts her gut now. That experience cemented it for her forever.
I can only imagine. A truly harrowing lesson.
Okay, so that was a slow burn, a psychological horror unfolding over time. Our next story shifts dramatically. It's immediate. Personal threat. Christmas Eve.
Right, a very different kind of fear.
The narrator here is a freshman in high school. She's home alone. Her cousins asked her to stay over, but she wanted some quiet time, watch the new DVDs she got.
Totally relatable, especially at that age, wanting your own space.
She did notice a car parked onto her street she didn't recognize. But she just figured, neighbor's relative, holiday visit, dismissed it.
Which is what most of us would do, right? We tend to rationalize things that seem slightly out of place, especially during busy times like holidays. But sometimes those little details.
Yeah. So about 15 minutes after she settles in to watch her movie, there's a knock at the door.
Okay, heart-sinking moment.
She looks through a small crack, sees a guy, casually dressed, maybe a little overweight, dark hair, glasses. Didn't look particularly threatening, she said. But still, her stomach dropped.
That intuition again. Instant physical reaction.
He asks about the car parked outside her house, pretending it's for sale. She says no. Then he asks, is there someone here I can talk to about it?
Fishing for information. Testing if she's alone.
Right. And she says, maybe not the best move, but she says no, and quickly shuts the door, locks it fast.
Okay, she secured the door. That's good. But confirming she was alone. Risky. But her instinct was right to shut him out.
Immediately, the second the door is shut, he grabs the handle, starts pounding on the door, swearing.
Whoa! Escalation instant.
She's terrified, crawls away from the door, towards the phone, trying to stay below the window so he can't see her.
Smart move. Staying low.
And she hears noises from inside the house.
Oh, no.
He's coming in through the garage. It connects to the laundry room. And the lock on that door, the one from the laundry room to the house, it was broken. They hadn't fixed it.
Ah, that one weak point. It highlights how crucial every single aspect of security is. One broken lock.
That's all it took. He was coming in. But just as he's getting through that laundry room door, her uncle pulls up. Comes home unexpectedly.
Thank goodness. Timing.
Her uncle starts yelling, sees what's happening, and the guy just bolts, runs back to his car, speeds off.
Wow. So close.
Yeah, they never got his license plate. Nothing ever came of it legally. But the narrator, she swore she would never, ever be home alone on a holiday again.
I absolutely understand that. That kind of near miss, it changes you. It shatters your sense of safety in your own home. Profoundly.
Definitely. It really shows how quickly things can turn. Okay, from a threat inside the home, let's go to a public space for our third story. A mall parking lot.
Another common setting where people can feel vulnerable, especially late at night or during busy shopping seasons.
This happened mid-December, about 4 years before the narrator shared it. She was 8 months pregnant. Very obviously pregnant.
Okay, so visibly vulnerable in that sense.
She just finished her Christmas shopping. It was late, around 9 p.m. Heading to her truck, she notices a man just standing in the middle of the road in the parking lot, looking right at her, making direct eye contact.
Red flag number 1, intense focus.
And she notes specifically that 2 other men walked right past him into the mall, and he completely ignored them. His focus was just on her.
Isolating a target. Textbook predatory behavior. He's assessed her, likely perceives her as less able to resist or flee due to the pregnancy.
He starts walking towards her, calls out, "Excuse me, can you help me?"
The opening line, the test.
She describes herself as, Southern, raised to be polite, so she asks what he needs.
That ingrained politeness, it can be a real liability in these situations.
He claims his car won't start, dead battery, needs help.
Right, the classic ploy.
But she says, polite or not, she wasn't stupid. Her alarm bells are ringing. She immediately thinks, wait, why ask me? A heavily pregnant woman. Why not those 2 guys who just walked right past you?
Yes, critical thinking kicking in, overriding the politeness script. That's crucial. Assessing the logic or lack thereof.
She knew, okay, time to go. She quickly says, sorry, I can't help, and starts walking faster towards her truck.
Good. Disengage, increase distance.
But she can see him in her peripheral vision. He's following her, walking faster now too.
Persistence after refusal, another major red flag.
She gets to her truck, but she's shaking so much she's fumbling with the key, trying to get it in the ignition.
That adrenaline dump. Fight or flight kicking in, making fine motor skills difficult. A very real, terrifying detail.
He's practically running towards her now. Gets to her window, starts hitting it. I just need your help for a minute.
Aggression. Physical intimidation. No longer pretending.
She loses it. Screams at him, no, get the hell away from me.
Finding her voice. Asserting herself.
He then grabs her door handle, tries to yank it open. screaming back, "Just open it!"
It's happening. The attack is imminent.
In that split second, she makes a decision. She mentions having a concealed carry license, something she got for protection previously.
Okay, preparedness.
She rolls down her window just enough, grabs her .38 special handgun from the console, and points it right in his face.
Whoa.
And she says very firmly, "I'm not going to tell you again. Get the F away from me."
Incredible resolve. In that moment of extreme fear, taking decisive action to defend herself and her unborn child.
The guy just froze, stood there in shock for a beat, then turned and ran away as fast as he could.
The equalizer. It likely saved her life, or at least saved her from a violent assault.
She was safe, but she sat there in her truck, completely terrified by what could have happened. And also, she said, shaken by the fact she just had to threaten someone's life like that.
Absolutely. Even justified self-defense carries a heavy emotional weight. The adrenaline crash, the what-ifs. It's traumatizing.
She said she still carries that loaded .38, always ready, just in case.
A permanent change based on one terrifying incident.
Okay, for our last story, we're shifting gears a bit. It's lighter in outcome, but still, definitely a cautionary tale.
Okay.
This one comes from the narrator's junior high days. December, bored kids. They decide to go ding-dong ditching in a nearby neighborhood.
The classic suburban prank. Seems harmless enough, usually.
Usually. So first house they hit, they ring the bell, hide in the bushes. An elderly woman comes out, hobbling a bit. She sounds scared, calling out, "Hello, who's there?"
Oh, okay. Instant guilt trip for the kids, I imagine.
Totally. The narrator felt awful. She actually pulled her friends out of the bushes. Thinking fast, she decides they should pretend to be Christmas carolers.
Haha. Quick thinking. Improvisation.
Yeah. One friend even had a Santa hat on, so it sort of worked. The old lady was apparently thrilled, just delighted to have visitors.
That's actually kind of sweet. Turned it around completely.
Right. They ended up singing like 5 Christmas songs totally off key. She invited them in for cookies and hot chocolate. They even played with her dog for a bit.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
It went from a potentially upsetting prank to a genuinely heartwarming moment for her, and probably for them, too, once the guilt subsided. Shows the impact, even unintended.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
emboldened by this success, one of the friends, described as the dumbass friend,
Uh-oh.
decides it would be hilarious to ding-dong ditch his own house.
Oh, no. No.
His dad runs out, absolutely frazzled, in his underwear,
Okay.
wielding a shotgun.
WHOA. Okay, not funny anymore.
Not funny at all. The dad starts chasing them. Then he gets in his truck and starts patrolling the entire neighborhood, hunting for the culprits, completely unaware he's hunting his own son.
That is terrifying. And also darkly ironic. He's in protective dad mode, but the threat is, well, his kid being a prankster. But he doesn't know that. He thinks it's a real threat.
Exactly. The kid spent the next hour hiding in bushes, absolutely freezing, terrified of the dad and his shotgun.
A very different outcome from the sweet old lady. It really shows how you never know how someone will react. A prank perceived as a threat, especially to one's home. People respond defensively, sometimes dangerously so.
Needless to say, that was the end of their ding-dong ditching career.
I should hope so. A lesson learned the hard way.
So reflecting on all these stories,
Yes.
from the truly horrific to the, well, prank gone wrong,
Yeah.
what are the big takeaways?
I mean, several things stand out. The power of intuition is just undeniable. That gut feeling, that tickle, that stomach drop, it's a real signal.
And the need to actually listen to it, even when it feels awkward or impolite.
Absolutely. Prioritizing your safety over social convention is critical.
Right.
We also see the importance of vigilance, right? Being aware of your surroundings, noticing anomalies like that unfamiliar car or the person focusing too intently.
Whether you're home alone or in a crowded parking lot.
Exactly. Danger doesn't just happen in dark alleys. It can emerge in very mundane settings. And these stories, particularly the first two, show how facades can hide terrible realities.
Yeah, the bar back, maintaining that social life. Chilling.
It reminds us that while, yes, the world has joy and connection, we also have to be realistic. Trusting your gut, being aware, having security measures in place. It's not about living in fear.
It's about empowerment.
Precisely. It's about recognizing potential risks and being prepared mentally and sometimes physically to respond.
So as you go about your days, especially maybe during the hustle and bustle of holidays when we can be distracted, it's worth remembering these stories. The most terrifying situations often start with something seemingly small, something easily dismissed.
That's the crucial point. What subtle signals might you be overlooking? How tuned in are you to your own intuition? And if things did take a sudden wrong turn, how prepared are you, really?
Something to think about.
Yeah.
Stay aware, trust those instincts. Until next time on The Deep Dive.